Hi guys, how you doing? Uncle Bob here, back once again with another live show, and we are going to be, or I'm going to be watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre, first one, where it all starts, and you can either listen to it in the background, or you can put your copy on and watch it as if we're watching it together. Or you can just hang out, say hi, see what's going on. I'm going to be talking about horror and other stuff as well. Uh, and then I'll just, with chat, I'll ask you what horror films you like. Maybe stuff related to Texas Chainsaw. What's your favourite Texas Chainsaw Massacre film? Um, or what's your favourite horror films in general? And what you've been doing during Halloween? What's your plans on anything to do with horror? Obviously, it's the beginning. I mean, it's 1974 or something like that. The really eerie, weird uh, going over it from the beginnings. Obviously, it was based on real life event, but I don't think it was sort of like they changed it a bit. I don't think it was. I don't think this is all. I think it was fabricated a bit. I don't think this was whole thing with Leatherface actually happened, as far as I know. There's some Texas Chainsaw Massacre killings, and then they sort of like fabricated it to make it into a horror film. That's what I think, anyway, as far as I know. But the first one is, I think, definitely the best in terms of, just quality of it and just sheer, you know, when you've ever seen the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first one, for the first time, like say if you'd seen it 20 or 30 years ago, when you've been just shocked, really. I mean, when I saw it for the first time, I wasn't really, I thought it was really good, but I wasn't really like, shocked by it, really. I've had worse stuff. I've seen worse in my nightmares, to be honest. Just skip names going up. I usually just get to the point of it. I don't go, for, have the names come up or anything. I just get to the point. Straight to the movie and straight to the action, so to speak. I think you get that roadkill animal with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Pretty Woman figure, the ultimate by Necker. Try to keep the sound to so it's not too loud because I've had copyrights on some of the films. I knew I couldn't show you the films because of due to copyright, but I thought it'd be alright to just like let people hear the films. Even that, a few of them, Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween, they said there was copyright due to the audio and the music. I was like, oh, come on. Do you know what I mean? I thought, I know I can't show the movie, but at least let me just let people listen to it. And then it's like, they're complaining about that. And I'm thinking, all right, well, I'll just turn the sound off completely then, and I'll just basically be watching it and talking about it. Yeah, I think some were right. The Friday the 13th and other films that I put on weren't. There was no issue, but yeah, I think some copyright and complaining or whatever. Because I uploaded Nightmare on Elm Street and they said it was copyrighted. So then I deleted it for, you know, I played by the rules. If they said, if they say I can't play the movie or whatever sound, I'll just, won't put it on. But yeah, I don't know. I think some you can do and some you can't. But yeah, so I'll see what happens with this. I'm trying to keep the audio down a bit, so then if there is a copyright with the audio, then maybe if I have it on low, I might not hear it. I might just about get away with it. I'm not sure. We'll soon see after this. What about? Hi, how are you? How are you doing? How's your how's your Halloween been? What are you up to? I'm just watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first one, and just chatting about horror stuff and just bits and pieces in general. What's your What's your thoughts on Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies? Do you like them? What one do you think's the best? Hi, yes, I'm also in the UK. Where I stay up and have usually a big long weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Uh, Watching movies. Just watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first one. Any thoughts on Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Do you think it's a good franchise? I think with some, don't get me wrong, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of my favourite franchises, but in terms of the movies, it's sort of a bit all over the place. The first one's really good. The second one is almost like a comedy film rather than a horror film. The third one's all right. The fourth one is questionable. Some of it's all right, and some of it's a bit silly, like the second one. And then it starts getting a bit better. When they made Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like they made it more, the more moderner ones. They were quite good actually. Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, then the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, where they made a remake of the originals. Yeah, so they're sort of started off. A couple of the early ones was all right. Then a couple of them were a bit silly, sort of like slapstick black comedy, where it's a bit comedy horror rather than. Then they started getting a bit better when they sort of like made them, the Texas Chainsaw Massacres, more modern, and they was actually really, all right. I think one of them was a bit just rubbish when it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre when Leatherface was really young, and yeah, didn't think much of that to be honest. Uh, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, is very, very good. I really like that movie. It's got really, really good level of violence. It's got good kill scenes, which I think for that type of film, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it should be, you know, it should be that hardcore, you know. Yeah, definitely. If you haven't seen any, if you haven't seen any Texas Chainsaw Massacre, definitely try and check those out. Um, but the very first Texas Chainsaw Massacre was very, very good. It's a very short movie, the first one. It's only like, what? It's only like 70 minutes long, the first one. Very, very short. It's over like that, so quick. I just feel some movies are over too quick. That's why I like watching movies twice, because just can't enjoy them. It's once, you know, it seems like they're just over too quickly. And sometimes I'm watching movies and I go on my phone and then I've missed half of it and then I put it on again because, like, you know, I wasn't paying attention to it, you know. But it's a terrible habit, really. I'll put films on and then I go on my phone, which is just I should just I should just put the film on, turn my phone off or whatever, put it on airplane mode, because I just think it spoils the enjoyment of watching it, really, and then I start mucking about on my phone. I think I annoy myself sometimes by doing stupid things. I say I'll put a film on and I won't go on my phone and then end up going on my phone. I'm like, should just watch the film, get off my phone. Because a lot of phone things on the phone, in terms of talking to people and stuff, just annoys me. And there's a lot of things that just, yeah, makes you frustrated. And then so I should take a break from going on my phone and just enjoy the movie. Because I find a lot of things, talk, you know, conversations and trying to talk to people and just frustrating. Okay, dude. Uh, nice chatting to you. Thanks for stopping by. Feel free to stop by, chat anytime. The crazy hitchhiker scene. He pretty much cursed them, didn't he? Once he did that, they was like sort of putting a spell on them, curse, and then they was pretty much doomed after that, weren't they? Hi, how are you? Just watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre, first one. You doing okay? Have you seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre? You may be able to hear my cat, who's sitting on my lap at the moment, is snoring. Any thoughts on Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Have you seen any of the movies? Do you like them? funny. I think the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, it has all this. You can go to where the house is. You can go walk around. It's really cool. It's like they've done it in the museum. You can walk around the house, look at various things from the movie, and then the stuff that's outside, all the stuff is there on the game, so you can look around. It's pretty cool. And then the stuff that's in the movie is in the house, and there's stuff that you can do, isn't there? Like little missions and tasks, so you can go around on the game, which is quite cool. Like do like fun activities, like putting photos up on the wall and stuff, trying to find various items. Quite cool. Very different to a lot of games where it's mostly just someone chasing after you. I think there is a mission section where that does happen. But on this bit where I played and did the things where you're doing the tasks and the games, at the end, Leatherface ends up chasing you. And I think you get killed after you do the challenges on the game. But it's quite fun anyway. I didn't play the main bit where you do the levels because it said about got to be online. You got to download something or download something, or you got to be online to use that feature, and I just didn't get onto it. I just did the little games, iconic death scene coming up. That's got to be the most iconic Texas Chainsaw Massacre moment. Most iconic. It's so late. It's really late over here in the UK. It's like 2 o'clock. But staying up watching Texas Chainsaw films. Yeah, I remember seeing that and I thought, that's awesome. When I first saw the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I was thinking, yeah, that's awesome. Didn't phase me in terms of scariness, to be honest. But yeah, I thought it was awesome. I saw it quite late, the first one. I saw it like 2003 or 4, so quite late. Like, so I saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre the first one like 30 years after it'd been made, and that's what, like 50 years since it was made. I didn't see it till 30 years later. That was like 50 years. Oh. 50 years since the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'm 40 and I feel very old. So this is pretty old. Hope I don't get copyrighted for the sound effects. What is a chainsaw? Oh yeah, that's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Copyright. Well, I hope that doesn't happen. Hopefully I'll get away with it. Just don't know what's copyrighted on some stuff and it ain't on others. It's just ridiculous. Shouldn't copyright just sound. No, I'm not showing the movie. What about all the other channels, show the movie? Nothing happens to them. It's ridiculous. Some rule for some people and some others. It's like, where do they all keep coming from? Disturbed mind of Leatherface. Well, it was, wrong. The way he did was kill, go around killing people. But, you know, he did have a very bad, childhood, which, didn't help matters. You know, the way he was brought up and stuff. Troubled mind, you know, because who he become wasn't really his fault. Wonder if it smelt of human burning flesh in that place. The level of violence in this for 1974 or something was pretty strong, isn't it? In this, but I guess that's what it makes it so good and so iconic. Certainly one of the best horror films ever made. In terms of quality, I mean, for 1974, it, it still stands up to this day. Definitely one of the top 10 horror films ever made, I think. Been about an hour. There's not long left, so it's only about 70 odd minutes. So it's only literally about, I thought it was about 10 minutes left, but maybe about 15, I guess, but not long. Certainly is short and sweet, but I mean, they couldn't really have made it any longer than what they did. I can't think of anything else they could have done to make it longer. Just needed to be the right length for time, really, especially for 1974. Obviously, the remake is longer. I do think that I made a mistake with Leatherface making him because I made him so brutal, and then I made him wear the. Oh, tired. It's quite late in the UK at the moment. But, 2:30. I think it's 2:08, half 2:30 a.m. Obviously, I'm staying up watching horror films. Yeah, as I said, I think they made a mistake when they let Leatherface put on the Pretty Woman mask. It sort of made his character go from being like brutal and absolutely, scary as hell to going to sort of like almost a scary comedy character that just didn't look. It just didn't look as serious with a Pretty Woman mask on. And it sort of made him look less frightening and less tough. So they should have kept him almost brutal as he could have been the whole time, to be honest. But still, in the iconic bit towards the end with Leatherface in his Pretty Woman attire. Brutal death scene with a hitchhiker getting run over by that massive lorry. I've got that version of the Necker Leatherface Pretty Woman figure a few months back. Pretty solid figure. I do like the original version better, but still cool. But you know how painful that must have been. I know that didn't really happen, but in the chainsaw on his leg. Ouch. So, guys, that is the end of my live show. Movie just finished, and that's it for my live show. It's been a pretty quiet night tonight. So I think there's only a few people that stopped by and had a chat. Uh, yeah, so guys, thanks for joining me. If you did, made some comments and said hello. Thanks for the messages. Nice to join me. Thanks for watching. Don't worry if you missed this. You can watch a repeat of it once it's uploaded onto the channel. It does take a while, about 24 hours, but you can watch the repeat if you've missed it. So don't worry about that. If you missed the live, you can watch a repeat anytime you want. So don't worry about that. So guys, yeah, that's the end of the live show. Now the next live show will be on Sunday, where I'll be watching another Texas Chainsaw Massacre film. I think I'll be watching one of the more recent ones. I might be watching the remake. This I'm not too sure. I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure if I'm watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I might be watching Candyman. I'm not too sure. Because I'm watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Candyman through this weekend because there's not enough Texas Chainsaw Massacres to keep me going for the whole weekend. So it's Candyman and Texas Chainsaw. So I don't know but I don't know if to stick to it and just watch another Texas Chainsaw and then Candyman. I might do Candyman separate. I don't know. Most of the live shows have been sticking to doing the big movie franchises that got like several titles in. But I don't know. I'll see how it goes. I may end up doing another Texas Chainsaw Massacre and one Candyman film. But anyway, that's the end of the live show. As I said, thanks again for joining me. If you have, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As I said, don't worry if you have missed it. You can watch a repeat once it's uploaded on the channel. And yeah, said the next live show will be Sunday. It'll be at least one video, maybe two. Maybe a Candyman and the Sex Trains, or maybe. I might see. I'll see how tired I feel. I think I'm getting a lot more tired as I get older. I'm 41 now, so I'm feeling a lot more tired. When I'm watching movies and stuff. I just feel like sleeping a lot of the time now because I just feel tired a lot of times. Old age. But anyway, yeah, said thanks for joining me if you have. Hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, take care of yourselves. And I'll see you guys on the next video. I've got one more video I'm going to do later on. Like 10, top 10, 20 horror films all time. Because that's the only thing I can think of. The only video I can think of doing at the moment. I haven't got really much. I haven't got any reviews to do at the moment or anything like that. But I've got a few shorts that I'm going to do later on. So there'll be a few videos on the channel later on, but not too many. As I said, I haven't got really many to do at the moment. But I'm going to make a few later on. Yeah, so guys, thanks again. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.